From the August 1962 issue of Popular Science comes a wonderfully interesting article about computers of the day titled, New Factory Worker Teachable Robot Can Remember 200 Commands. It looks like the gun turret of a tank atop an oblong box. It comes to life with the loud whirring of a husky 10 horsepower motor and an hydraulic pump. The turret swings, a tubular arm reaches out, and a steel hand opens and closes like a human one. This new machine wonder is the first all-purpose robot for industry. To teach it a job, you simply lead it through its paces by hand. Then, automatically, it will perform the same task over and over as many times as you want. Then it will quickly learn to do an entirely different job. If you want it to, this versatile automation will play My Country 'Tis of Thee on the piano or xylophone. It will pour coffee into cups set at random on a table, as it's pictured doing in this video, or it will pick up alphabet blocks and spell its own name, Unimate. Actually, the $25,000 robot will earn its keep in industrial plants at far more practical tasks. Automatically, Unimate will assemble parts, feed a lathe, tend to die casting machines, operate a welding gun, spray paint, and run a punch press or load a conveyor. From the die casting machine, for example, its mechanical hand plucks a 500-degree hot metal frame for the triangular vent window of a car's front door. The robot arm swings, dips, and plunges the frame into the quenching tank. 4 seconds pass, then the hand deftly lifts out the colored frame and drops it onto a conveyor belt. The arm swings back into the die casting machine, waits until another frame is ready, and the sequence repeats itself. At the Bethel, Connecticut plant of Consolidated Controls Corporation, Unimate's maker, this feat was demonstrated for Popular Science by the latest of the commercial model robots to be built. The first one recently began doing a similar job for one of the company's leading auto firms, which is keeping its trials of the robot a trade secret. Recording mechanical motions and playing them back is an art that has come a long way from the punched paper rolls of yesterday's player pianos and the pattern-forming perforated cards and of the early jacquard textile looms. To modern factories, automation already has brought machine tools that perform intricate tasks without human guidance by following instructions recorded on a magnetic tape or punched plastic. Until now, each of these elaborate and costly tools has been designed specifically for one particular kind of job. But the Unimate would be a jack of all trades. Unimate's a new departure. With it, a user can afford to automate an operation that will last only a few weeks before production run is completed. Then a forklift truck will pick up the 3,000-pound robot and trundle it to another part of his factory, where it can be retrained in 30 minutes or so to tackle a new job, hence its name, which stands for Universal Automation. Unimate's business end, its mechanical hand, grasps an object with 2 opposed metal fingers. They close under compressed air pressure, which can be adjusted so that they'll pick up an egg without breaking it, or grip a steel block with 300-pound force. Interchangeable fingers of different shapes, some padded, fit whatever Unimate is to hold, and it manipulates a 25-pound load with ease, one of 75 pounds at reduced speed. A hydraulic muscled arm and wrist weld the hand with the dexterity of the human worker and a much longer reach. The extensible arm slides out from 4 to 7.5 feet. It swings horizontally on Unimate's rotating turret through 230 degrees and tilts up or down to 30 degrees above or below horizontal. The wrist bends up or down through 220 degrees and swivels in a half circle, enough to turn a piece upside down. These 5 motions enable Unimate to grasp an object in any position, anywhere, within a space of 350 cubic feet extending from in front of it past midway back and on each side, and from 4 inches to 7.5 feet above floor level. It executes the needed motions all at once after it's taught them one at a time. Any foreman or setup man can train Unimate. He attaches a simple teaching harness, a string of push-button control boxes with buttons in opposed pairs. Each pair puts Unimate through one of its 5 motions, forward or backward, according to which button is pressed. By pushing the correct buttons, Unimate's teacher leads its hand out, sidewise, or up or down, and suitably angled and swiveled by the wrist to position 1 of its intended job. Should it overshoot that point, he can make it back and fill until its positioning is accurate. Then he presses a record button on Unimate's control panel, and the hand's final position is impressed on Unimate's prodigious memory. The Unimate may be given as many as 200 commands, which it will automatically carry out one after another in a single performance. Typically, each command instructs Unimate to move its hand by a combination of its 5 motions to a specified new position. What Ultimate is to do there is included in the same command. By using various controls before hitting the record button, the teacher can order the hand to grasp an object at position 4 or to drop it at position 18. He can tell the hand to wait so many seconds before going to a new position, a time delay used in cooling that die casting in the quenching tank. And he can direct Unimate at any point to start or stop an auxiliary device, a paint sprayer, or a welding gun. With the whole program recorded, the robot's instructor presses a repeat once button. Unimate plays back all it's just learned and stops like an anxious pupil awaiting teacher's approval. If its performance suits its mentor, he presses another button, repeat continuous, to put Unimate to work. The memory drum. Within Unimate's base is a secret of its learning ability, a magnetic drum turning intermittently to bring each of 200 lengthwise strips of metal beneath a row of recording heads. Pressing the record button registers the hand's desired position in the form of numbers, which measures the hand's travel in each of its 5 motions. Instead of conventional numbers, Unimate uses strings of zeros and ones, the binary numbers that electronic devices understand. Other instructions of a command go on the same strip. In performing an assigned task, Unimate turns the drum to bring each magnetized command strip beneath a row of readout heads. Obediently, the hand starts moving, and Unimate's brain-like circuitry, noting the changing numbers that measure the hand's progress, constantly compares them with the ones on the memory drum. When all the numbers match, the hand comes to a stop. Unimate boasts a positioning accuracy within 51 thousandths of an inch. When Unimate completes a once-only industrial task, the commands on the memory drum can be erased and the drum used over again. A user can substitute a new drum and store the other in his library, if the operation will be repeated at a future time. Compact, Unimate stands 4.5 feet high on a 4 by 5 foot base. Rugged, it's designed for 5 years of 2-shift operation without a major overhaul. All it asks is kilowatts, no lunch, no sparring from heavy tasks, no retirement benefits.